I think I'm live. Oh, see, this is what happens when I try something new. Let's press play. Do you prefer cats or dogs? Hold on just a second. There I am. All right, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Today, you are going to learn how to use two different Canva Pro features that I think are absolutely priceless as a content creator on YouTube. They are, in fact, the very reason why I signed up for Canva Pro a little over a year ago. After I go through those things, we're actually going to do a live question and answer segment. And if you're watching this on replay, make sure you look in the description because I'm going to leave important timestamps that you can go through to find the important segments to you. This is live stream number 2. If it's at all possible, I might be even more nervous than live stream number 1. And you might notice the hat today is a little bit casual. My hair would not brush out, so I just threw a hat on and let's go. Now, let's look at our timeline for today. It looks like this. We're going to have the topic of the day, which I just told you. It's 2 features in Canva. And we're going to talk about the transparency feature, how to download items with transparency. And there's a couple different ways that you could do that. And I'm going to talk about, there might be 3 ways that you can download with transparency. And we'll talk about that. If there's anybody in chat, I will give a couple shout outs. In fact, I've got 1 shout out already ready to go because there was someone in chat before the live start. There was someone in chat before the live stream started. After that, we'll talk about the background removal tool. This is a really cool feature in Canva, and I use it a couple of different ways, not just the way that it's intended. And in the last live stream, there was a comment or question, and I found it very interesting, and I wanted to respond to that specific question in today's live stream. Now, once we get through with all of that, I'm going to dive into chat and see if I can answer any questions that you have. Now, here's the thing. I might not be able to get to your question today, but just like Zazzoni, if you leave a comment after the live stream with your question, I might respond to it in the next live stream. And then I'm going to give you a few recommendations. So that's a timeline, and I say that we dive right into it and get into Canva. I need to share a screen. If you are hanging out with us, make sure you say hello in the chat also. And if you have any questions while I'm going through this, make sure you leave them in the chat. I don't want to share that screen or that one or even this one. Let's see if I can get Canva up here. Let's see. Add to stream. Here we go. And I think I'm going to move me in the lower corner. That didn't do it. That did it. All right, so the first thing is all about transparency, downloading with transparency, and I'm going to show you a couple different things. Actually, this is today's timeline. No, let's go to video. Let's just create a blank document like you would do. So creating a blank document, and whenever you create a document, one of the Canva tips I use is to name it something that will help you remember what it is. And I'm just going to label it today's date. And I'm going to add, you know what? I'm going to do just like I would an actual video. I'm going to type R on my keyboard, and I'm going to make a little overlay right here. So I typed R, it pulled up a square, and now I'm bringing down the square to the area where it would go on a lower third of a video. And I'm going to type T on my keyboard, and then I'm going to type in what information I would want you to know. So what about Canva Pro free trial in the description? No, let's try something else. Try out Canva Pro for free. See link in the description. Now I'm going to left click this and make it larger. And what I might do is stretch this out some. You know what? I might just bring it all the way across, and then we're going to make this larger. Now there's two ways to size text. You can size text like I am. I highlighted the purple circle right here, or it's white. You see how it's white? When I hover over it, it turns purple, and you can stretch out like that. You can also click the little plus button and size things like this. When you do it like this, you will need to click the flat lines and drag that out. So I tend to just take the white circle and make it as large as I want. And then for text, you're going to notice this little button, left click it, and you can put it in position. It needs to go a little bit smaller, and we can move it again. The other way you can do it is going up to position, center. You don't want to middle it, but there you go. So we'll just try out Canva Pro for free. See link in description. Now, previously, without Canva Pro, what I would need to do is turn the background to a lime green color. So I would need to add that step. And then I would need to put it into my video editor and then chroma key out the green screen. However, with the transparency option, I do not need to do that. I can go like this. I can click share, download, and then I'm going to click this little arrow and go to PNG. PNG is going to give you the option to click for a transparent background. So here we are, transparent background, and I can download that. Now what happens is when I'm going to drag this up, so I'm using, oh, I just noticed I've got a couple friends online, and Forever Mish 26 and Sion, thank you for joining. I hope I'm pronouncing your names right, but basically, if you're using Google Chrome, or at least in my case, all I need to do is left click the live stream 8. This is the name of the document, and I bring it right up and it uploads it for me. But I'm going to change the background right here so that you can see that it did download with a transparent background. The other way you know that it downloaded with a transparent background is I could put something like this behind it. But now I can just put that into my video editor and I do not have to chroma key out the filter. Now, I mentioned that there's a couple ways to use this feature. The other way is by clicking Share, Download. You can also download a transparent background with SVG, but we're not going to do that today. But SVG, I can't remember exactly what it, scalable vector graphics, I believe, but it's what a lot of people use for their logos to make sure it scales up and down the way that it's supposed to. But we're not going to use that, and a lot of programs don't take it into their video editor anyway. But the other way that you can do it, and this is kind of tricky, but if you left click your mouse and you highlight over the two things that are on the screen like this, and then right click, you will see something called download selection. This is a pretty new tool in Canva. Let me know if you've used this tool before, but you can download selection. It automatically comes up with PNG, and you can click transparent background there. Now it's only going to download that one little selection. Download. I've actually not used that particular feature in my video editor, but okay, you will see that it didn't quite work out right. I was wondering how it would take it. It did not quite work out that way for that particular thing, but it works really well. Let me show you how I used it. I used it for, let me close this out. So I've got this timeline that I use, that it's a template for all of my live streams. And I'm going to click into this. And it takes it a hot minute for it to come up. This is just one of the ideas that I had before I came up with today's. But basically all I do is I take it, and once I'm done with it, once I'm done with the timeline, I can just take this part. Let's try it again. It's sometimes a little tricky, but there we go. Download selection, and it comes up just like I want it to. And these little circles are the same color as the background. So when I add it to something with that same color, you won't be able to see it. I can download that. And then what I've done is I add it to something that's on the back of my computer screen. So do you see here? It looks like this. And so I've got, let's see. I've got one for my monitor that looks like this, that's this size, that will show me the two monitors. And then I can download, or rather upload. So here's upload media. Here's that little image. And then I can take it and I can put it in place of this timeline. Let me get rid of this, and I can size it to my monitor, or to this monitor, right? And then I would get rid of all the other ones. I would copy and paste it, Control-C, Command-C, and V into Spot, and then download this one and put it onto my monitor. Those are the ways that I use the transparent background. Now, I see that we have a question. And hold up, I'm going to see if I can get it on screen. The question is, actually, let me move this so I can see it over here. Have I ever edited a full video using Canva? I actually have. Not the tutorials because they are just a little too complex, but I have edited a video within Canva fully. In fact, let me see if I can show you. I did the intro screen, the intro screen. I did an intro scene at the beginning, which was this. Let me show you. But yes, I did this whole thing in Canva. I found that it is easier for me to do little segments than it is for me to do the whole thing. But little segments are easy for me to do within Canva. And I did all of the transitions. I added the music and I did all of that in Canva. Let's see here. Let me remove that. Give me a second. I need to move that back over. And I need to check my timeline real quick. See, this is why I've got this. Watch, add to stream. Here's my timeline. So let me talk of the day. We did that. Transparency and how it saves time. We did that. Are you loving the live stream? Hit the like button if you are loving what you are learning today. I know there's not many of you that are watching live, but if you're watching on the replay and you love what you're learning, then make sure that you hit that like button. Ask all of your questions because at the end, I'm going to do a live Q&A. Oh, Canva News you can use. This isn't part of the regular thing, but look, there is something new that's coming, and I think that it's actually going to be available for everybody on August 15th, but it showed up for me this morning or yesterday, and I thought it looked really cool. I've actually played around with it a little bit before I had it. As a Canva champion, I had access when we did a Canva affiliate workshop, but basically it is limitless. It is called Whiteboard. I'm not really familiar with everything that it does, but from my understanding, it is, well, let's just see. Zoom out on the canvas, hold down space bar, and move around the whiteboard. I got to be honest. Let's see if I click this. Oh, wow. So you see, it's just really, really tiny. And it's like limitless size. That is pretty cool. Like you can, there is no size limit. It's just everywhere. And when you sign in, oh, I'm losing my voice. Map your thoughts. Let's see what else. Keep track of your time. Collaborate with others. I'm really not quite sure how it would download, but that's kind of a cool feature. I might need to use that in future live streams and give you guys links to templates for a whiteboard. But let's move on. Background removal tool. So this one is a fun one. Let's go. Let's just use this. I'm going to get rid of that. Go to elements and I'm just going to type in person. This is really beneficial for thumbnails, but basically you would just, you've got a picture like this one. You click edit image and click background remover. And you wait for the appropriate amount of time for it to think. And if you have a slow internet connection like mine, sometimes it takes a while, although this is longer than it normally takes. All right, so there it is. She's without a background. Let's just pretend like this was thumbnail size. You could bring her up and place her in position. That's one way to use the background removal tool. The other way, which is the way that I love to use it, is by creating text for thumbnails. So let me go to my thumbnails and I'll just show you an example. So here's my thumbnail for today's live stream. And what I did was I took this and I did a screenshot. So I've got a screenshot button on my Elgato. I'm going to stutter. I've got an Elgato stream. Oh, wow. Sorry. I've got an Elgato. That's not what I'm trying to say. Okay. This is why I was afraid of doing live videos, because I get word stumbled sometimes and I just lose my train of thought. Okay, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I've got a screenshot on my Elgato Stream Deck, and I'm going to take that, press the button, and I'm going to highlight over Canva YouTube live stream. And then I will paste it on. I'm trying to remember what the keystrokes are. I think it's Shift Windows S. But I've used the Stream Deck for so long, I can't remember. But you see, it just took a little snippet. And then I'm going to click Edit Image and Background Remover. Good morning, Living Creekside. It's nice to see you. All right, so now you will see that I've got no background on this text. Now, how did that save me time? I didn't have to download it with, let me get back. I didn't have to download it with a transparent background, right? All I had to do was screenshot it, paste it, and it uploaded automatically. So that just saves me loads of time. And the reason why I love this is because now I can treat this right here. I can treat it like an image. Let me add a page. And I'm going to bring this down here. And what I mean by I can treat it like an image is that I can now click Edit Image, Shadows, and Glow. And it will add an outline for me. And I typically do transparency all the way at 100. I take the blur down to 0, and then I change the size. Now, I look and see what I think the size should be. I think this is pretty good, but then I want to cover up some of these blank spots because if it gets any larger than that, it looks a little ridiculous. So what I do is I lower my size and then click apply. And there it is. And what I'll do is, and you'll see up here, I've got shapes that I've made. So just R on your keyboard will give you a shape. And I just set it on top first. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it. The duplicate button has moved. It is right above your shapes and elements and photos and videos and things instead of being up here. But now right click. Oh, look, enable quick flow. That's a new feature. I don't know what that is. I've seen it. I saw it yesterday. I don't know what enable quick flow is. I'm writing down notes. I need to research. Enable quick flow. So if you're wondering how I get video ideas or how I get live stream ideas or anything like that, this is how I do it. I play around in Canva, and then when I see something that I'm not familiar with, I jot down a note. So enable quick flow. I'm going to jot down a note. I did. Oh no. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I wish you had said something before. Okay. I'll do it again. I'll do it again real quick so that you can see it. No, it's okay. You can laugh. I'm laughing at myself. If it doesn't happen at least once. Okay. All right. So let me show you real quick. Let me get rid of this. And we're going to go back up. And because I'm going to show you what, wow. I'm probably just going to cut that whole segment out, maybe. But if I do that, then your chat will disappear. I'll just put a timestamp that says, oops, made a mistake. All right. So here we are. This is the thumbnail I made for today's live stream. I don't know how far back. I don't know how far back you didn't see. Oh no. I don't know how far back. Oh, that's so bad. Wow. Okay. I'm thinking that you may not have even, I tell you what, I'm going to give it a second to catch up because I know live's a little delayed. Living Creekside, let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you can. Did you see the segment where I removed a background from a person? Let's see. Let me move this. I'm going to keep going with this, and it's one way I use the background removal tool for, you didn't. Okay. All right. So we'll do both. This is one way. This is my special little secret for creating text for thumbnails like I do for this one. All right. So we'll take it and I do a screenshot. And I think it's Shift Windows S. And then I screenshot that little segment. And then I go to a blank page and I paste it in. At this point, I click Edit Image, Background Remover. I see that there are 5 or 6 of you watching now. I don't know if you saw my massive mistake or not, but I forgot to share the screen. Maybe one of these days I will actually remember to share the screen. But here we go. Remove the background, click apply. And now I can treat this like an image. So I go to edit image, shadows. If shadows isn't there, you can just type it in, shadow, and then click below. And this is going to create an outline. So we're going to go take the transparency to 100, take the blur down to 0, and then I size it. So I size it to where I think it should be. And sometimes it means that there's little holes in there, but actually I don't think there's holes in this one. But we're going to click out of it, and saving is paused. It just finished. So let's see right here if it actually didn't have any holes that time. So that's fantastic. But if it did, then what I would do is just take a shape and I would just set it where the little holes are and then send it backwards. And that's what I was talking about. Something new was enable quick flow. When I did this, and I don't know what enable quick flow is, I need to look that up. So I got really, really excited about that. If you are one of the 4 or 5 people that are lurking, make sure that you say hello. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the chat or in the comments. This is only my second live stream, so I'm making mistakes and I'm owning it. But yes, and yes, living Creekside, this was a time changer for me. And here's the thing, if you decide you don't like the way that Canva YouTube live stream looks, right, or whatever you're doing, if you don't like the way that that looks when you're finished, then what you can do is just take the real words and put it on top and just try to place it on top. But I tend to not do that lately because it just saves me time. And I'm all about saving time, because saving time means reserving energy for me. So, but that's my how I use the background removal tool. It's not just for pictures. And so it is one of my favorite ways to use it. Oh, I'm not done. I'm not done. Definitely. Let me close this out. Oh, actually I'm not, because there was a comment on the last live stream and I want to address that. So I'm going to leave this right here. I'm going to get rid of all of these. I guess I need to add a new page. Let me see. I don't know if you saw the whiteboard or not. I'm not sure if I still had my little thing back there. But let's go to this. And I will show you the background removal with an element or with a picture. So this is the picture that I showed. And then I went to edit image, background remover. I actually went much faster. Click apply. And then once saving pause is done and there's a little check mark, you can do things to her, like for a thumbnail. Just like that image, you can add your shadow effect. Now, you might notice that she shrinks sometimes and you just have to relarge her or enlarge her. Let's see if I can get a white outline there. Now click apply and wait for saving pause to be done. It might take a little while. Thank you so much. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Say on. Let me know. Is say on right? All right. So saving paused is still thinking. Sometimes, depending on your internet connection, it just takes a while. But I'm going to see if I take her over here to the side and enlarge her, whether she's going to mess up. She didn't, but it's still, oh, it stopped. So it finally stopped thinking. All changes are saved, but I think I may have just lost my train of thought again. Oh, I remember what it was. The other way I use the background removal tool. So we did a picture, we did text. Now, sometimes there are elements that don't give you everything that you need. Like, let's just do hearts. Let's look at this one. And you'll see that it says edit image up here. Let's see if there is a shadow effect for this one. There's not. Shadow, even if I type in shadow, it's not there. So how would I do this one? This one might be a little tricky. We're going to see if it works. My best tip is to try things. If they work, they work. If they don't, that's fine. Mistakes is how you learn. So I'm going to screenshot this. It might not work because of the little holes, but we're going to try it. Edit image, background remover. And then I'm just going to click out of it. Sometimes you don't even need to click apply. And you will see that it's got no background. Let me change the color and see how well it did. Okay, look at how well that did, y'all. Do you see? Like you can see the little lines. I'm actually very impressed. I really didn't think it was going to work that way. But let me get this color back up. Now, when I click edit image, all of the images, all of the image effects are there. All of them. I can change the filters. I can add a blur. I can add any of the effects that I want to it. Are there any effects that you would like me to try while I'm here? Let me know. I can try any of them that you would like. But what I'm going to do is duplicate this. That way, if you say try color mix or try trippy or letter mosaic or one of these paint effects, if you see something that you want me to try, let me know and we'll see if it works. Sometimes those don't work for this type of situation, but we'll give it a go. I'm going to try the shadow and we're going to do a glow shadow again. That's just my favorite thing. And I'm going to change the color to white because you can change your color. And look, it's going to show up as a glow behind it because it is transparent. So look at this. We're going to fix these things and then look. So this one I might not like the way that this one looks entirely, but it is kind of fun. Okay, no one has any recommendations of what other things that we can try? I will. Let's see what happens if I try to change the color of this particular one because I didn't change it originally. And let's see if that will work. I'm going to change it to this pop color and it worked. And all you have to do is click the C control and you can change it. If you have a specific color that you want, let's say you have a brand kit and you want it to be the brand kit color, then you just change the highlights and shadows to that color. And now we've got it available. So that is just one way, one of three ways that I use the background removal tool to its full advantage in Canva Pro. Let's see, let's bring this up. Forever Mish says, and I'm looking this way because I've got my monitor set up over here that's got it, but glow shadows are my favorite effect. I use it in all of my thumbnails. Me too. Me too. Look, if I can get over here. So she's got glow shadow, and then I've got glow shadow here. In fact, let me duplicate this page so that I can show you what's going on. Let's get rid of her. We're going to ungroup this situation. But I want you to see how much is going on here. In this particular one, I've got the simple thumbnail borders. I actually downloaded it in black instead of white so that I could have the full black image. And then I just slid on my words right on top so that they would be very, very clean. Instead of, it was a little, it's not as clear here, but if I had done this thing and I had done them, let me do this. And so left click, select all, and change your color. If you change it to the color you want your outline, then when you download it, your outline will be the same color. Let me click undo. And then you can put your words right on top. Oh, let me click undo again. Go down one more. And then you will see that I've got a couple shapes behind it to get rid of those excess marks. And then I've got the Canva logo with one that's a circle that's black. And then I tend to have the same background. It just makes it easy for me. But let's see if I can pull up the timeline again, and maybe I'll remember or not forget to get rid of this time. And let's see what's next. Past stream featured questions. All right, here's the deal. I have a live Q&A at the end of each live stream. I might not know the answers to all of the questions, or I might not have time to get to all of the questions. So what I'm going to do in each live stream starting today is I'm going to feature a comment and answer a specific question from that comment. All right. So you want to see who the special guest is today that had a question, and I was like, oh, that's a great question. I can't wait to dive into this question. And this is the beginning of the question and answer segment. So if you have questions about how to use Canva for YouTube, about the background removal tool that I showed you how to use, or the downloading with transparency that you may have missed if you just got here, be sure to ask those in chat right now. And I'm going to share with you the next thing. And it is a comment. And I think I'm going to bring it over here so that I can read it. I got to make sure my echo's off. Yeah. Okay. So this was the question. Let me highlight the question. Basically, last time I shared that I love to do all of my thumbnails in one document. And because of that, it led to this question. Do we still have to download the file and then upload to YouTube? Because I mentioned it was time saving, space saving. You don't have to keep them on your computer. If so, how do you download one page and not all of them? And then she goes on to ask, or is there a way to upload the thumbnail to YouTube directly? I just want to say hello. I see that there are 10 of you watching. We've been going at this for about 45 minutes. There's been some mess ups along the way, but I am pretty new to live streaming. This is only my second time. So my philosophy is you don't learn unless you make mistakes, and I'm making all the mistakes. But hopefully you'll stick with me and you'll learn a few things. Right now, we're going to go answer this question. Let me share my screen first. The reason why I'm going to do that is because I don't want to get stuck on the other one. But Living Creekside, let me know if you can see my screen. I think you can. And it's the YouTube thumbnail. All right. So the question was, oh man, I forgot the question. I'll tell you what, wow, I forgot the question that quick. Okay, do we still have to download, or is there a way to upload the thumbnail directly to YouTube? All right, let me go back here. All right, is there a way to upload, brain, help me out. Is there a way to upload the thumbnail directly to YouTube? At this time, there is not. I wish there was, but as far as I know, you can't upload it directly to YouTube from Canva. So what you're going to do is download one page at a time. And I'm going to show you how to download one page at a time, but I'm also going to show you how you would add it in YouTube Studio, just in case you don't know how to do that, because one question generally leads to that next question. How can you add a custom thumbnail to your videos? So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to show everybody my thumbnail document. These are all of the thumbnails, some that have remained, some that have not, that of many of the tutorials that I've done. You can have up to 200 things in one project, but I tend to cut it off around 100 and then make a new document. So these are my thumbnails from March until today, and then I'll probably start a fresh one probably in October, maybe middle of September. It just depends. But let's just say that let's say that I wanted to do this one. Where is download? I wanted to download this particular thumbnail. If I click the three dots, it's not there, but it's okay. So it's page 54. That's what's going to be important. But watch this. I've clicked it. It's purple. I'm going to click close grid view down there. Thank you. I have to show this. Thank you so much. I've worked really, really hard on it. Okay, now here it is. So 54. Where did the Canva download button go? For those of you that have been on Canva for a while, it used to say download up here, and now they've hidden it into the share button. So you click share and then there's download. But I want to get this thumbnail right here onto that video. So what I would do is select the file type. I would choose PNG and then click this little button. If you are on the page if you are on that page that you want to do, then all you need to do is uncheck this little box, all pages, and then click this box, current page. You do not need to scroll down. It is a brand new feature that I think has been out for a couple months. Let me know if you have it. I absolutely love current page. I just wish that it actually moved along with when. Okay, so did you hear me go? That's what I do when I'm actually recording like video tutorials. When I try to say something and I can't get it out right, I go. So I wish that it would stay on the actual current page if I clicked out of it. By the way, save download settings. Click that. It will save you time. But anyway, if I click out of it and then I went and say clicked this one, if I went to share and download, it's still going to show me page 54 instead of the current page. But I want to download page 54. Download. It takes it a little while. All right, so now it is on my computer. I'm going to X out of that and I'm going to go to Studio. So you're going to get to see the back end. I tell you what, I'm going to do this part off camera to make sure that there's not something that you guys can't see. And while I'm doing that, I want to show you my intro scene. I did this, not all of you were there, and I created it just as a fun little thing. I'm going to show you while I'm getting Studio up. And yes, I created this whole thing in Canva. The music is by Creator Mix. Okay, let me share my screen again. All right, here we are. We're at the back end. I can't believe I'm showing this. We're at the back end of my studio. And basically what you need to do, and I don't know if you can do this on your phones or not. I always do everything on a computer, but studio.youtube.com will be where your back end is. And we're going to go to content. And I see Forever Mish says this. I'm split down the middle about dogs and cats to answer the question. I'm really allergic to cats. I think they're great from afar. But if I see a dog, I want to pet it. And then, okay, so here we are. Now, you'll have whatever content you've got, and you'll see that I've got a few videos that are actually scheduled. This one's a very short video talking about the perfect banner size, how to create that perfect banner size. And you will see that it already has a custom thumbnail. This one does not. I've created this video. I've not made the thumbnail for it. Maybe the next live stream, what I do is create the thumbnail for this video. But it's about video transitions, and you're going to see that I have not done anything for it at all in the back end. But we're just going to pretend, right here that thumbnail that I just did is the thumbnail. So I'm going to scroll down, upload thumbnail, and then here it is. Click it in, and there it is. Now, you might have questions about how do I know what size for a thumbnail? Make sure you ask that question in the chat so that I can answer it here in a few minutes because we're running at 55 minutes and I'm thinking we've got about 10-15 minutes left in this live stream. So if you want to know the answer to that, then make sure you leave it in the chat. If you're watching this on replay, ask your questions in the comments because just like this one, you look right here. This was a comment that was on the last live stream. Zanoni asked the question and I'm answering it right here. I'm probably giving her more information than she wanted to know, but just in case she needed this information, I wanted to share it completely. All right, so where's download? So there we go. And then you would click save. I'm actually going to, I really don't want that. So I'm just going to click this one of the pre-generated ones, just so that I know that it has not been messed with. But let's go back to this because I mentioned that it can save space on your hard drive. Well, the next thing I would do is create. It is Scion. That is the right size for thumbnails. It is the 1280 by 720 pixel. Thanks for chiming it in. My brain wouldn't let me process that right there. But yes, that is the right size. When you ask a question, I'm going to start and then I'm going to look at a few starred comments. So I won't be able to look at all of them, but if you have questions, please leave it in chat. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. I've got two monitors here and I've got the chat, so I was starring a couple of the comments that I definitely want to put up on screen. So, how does it save me time? So, I've created a folder called YouTube thumbnails. I've actually have two of them. One of them's TCC thumbnails for the Creator Classroom, and then this one's YouTube thumbnails. I need to get them organized so that they are all in one or so that they are a folder within a folder. But basically, then I upload, so 3 dots, upload, and then I can upload that thumbnail right there. And you might want to know how I would use this thumbnail in another design. Well, if you want to know that, ask the question so I can answer it. But yeah, let's see. Did I fully answer the question? Do we have to download the file? Yes. And then download one page. I showed you that. Okay. Thank you so much for leaving your question in the live stream. And if you have a question today and I do not get to it, then make sure that you leave it as a comment because it might be featured in next live stream. All right, let's look at our timeline and see what we need to do now. If I can find it. Live stream questions and answers. Who would have guessed that that was next? All right, so now is the time to get your questions in. I'm going to scroll back real quick and make sure that I didn't miss any. We're going to, might even review some of the ones. I'm just starring a few things. Give me just a quick minute. Oh, wait, you know what? I love that intro scene so much. Why don't I play it for you one more time? All right, I think what I need to do now is click this. We're going to go through a few comments. All right, I have 13 starred comments. Not all of them are questions. If you have a question, then go ahead and put them in. I might have time to get to you. I can tell that my voice is starting to go a little bit. So let's hope that it holds out. If you want to know anything about that intro scene, then what you're going to want to do is ask me about it, and I can show you the Canva document where I put that together. All right, let's see here. All right. Now, this person isn't actually on right now, but I wanted to give her a shout out. This is Sara. And if you are a YouTube educator, then you might want to check out her channel. She is a small YouTuber like me, but she has been really, really supportive in my trying to live stream. So let's look at that. If I can find it in my Stream Deck, StreamYard links. Let's see if this is it. It is. So I put that in chat. And if you guys want to check out her channel, you can do that just by clicking the link in the chat. And I'll also put it in the description if you're watching on replay. But she's amazing. All right, let's look at the next starred one. What do you think is the single most important element of a thumbnail? Some people focus on a lot of photos. Some focus a lot on the words in the thumbnail. My personal opinion, and this is just my opinion, right? Everyone's thumbnails, what's important to each channel is going to be completely different, right? And my biggest piece of advice, the one that I got at the very beginning, was to search for the video topic that you're creating and search for it in YouTube and look for those videos that are getting the top views. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best videos, but it means that they're getting clicks. And look and see if you can incorporate how they are designing their thumbnails in your thumbnails. Now, you will notice that my thumbnails have a very specific look. I will show those here in a minute, but they're very specific. If you see my thumbnails, I'm pretty sure you know that I made them. They are very, very me, right? Someone else might do the same thing. I've not seen this actual style of thumbnail, but that doesn't mean it's there. I did not want to borrow thumbnail style from the people in my niche. I wanted to do it a little bit different since this is a Canva tutorials channel. But if, say, you're doing vegetable growing and you're doing something on how to grow cucumbers, then look at other videos that have done how to grow cucumbers and see how they've done it and see which elements stand out to you. For me, text is really important, but sometimes it might be important to not use text at all. So let me see what I can do. Would you guys like me to link a few thumbnail tutorials, like come up with a list of thumbnail tutorials from other creators? Like maybe put together a playlist of thumbnail tutorials from different creators that you might find helpful? If so, then, you know what I can do? I can do a poll. Let's see. Where is the poll button? Here it is. We're going to end this poll and we're going to start a new one. It helps to click the right button. Want a thumbnail playlist from other creators? Absolutely. Really helps. And no thanks. Let me spell thumbnail right. Ask your community. All right, there we go. So brand new poll, want a thumbnail playlist from other creators. And then what do you use? Canva Pro, 63%. Canva for free, 36%. If you do not use Canva Pro and you would like to try the features I showcased today, the background removal, like the 3 different ways I used it, and downloading something without a background, then what you're going to want to do is click the link in the description, because it's going to give you a 30-day free trial. In fact, let me throw it in the chat for you. Let's see here. I've got to find it. There it is. All right, let me go on to the next one. Thank you so much. This is a great trip. I'm assuming you mean tip. I've been using it to save me some memory. I can't remember which, funny you said memory. I can't remember which tip it was, but I'm glad you found it helpful. And then earlier, my friend Forever Mish 26 asked, have I ever edited a full video using Canva? I have not. And what I mean by that is, oh, by the way, if you can hear a lot of cars in the background, I just live on a pretty busy road, so I can't, that is not something I can control, but hopefully it's not too distracting. But basically, for me, for a Canva tutorial, I have found that I need a full video editor, and what I use is Shotcut. I absolutely love it. It is a free video editor. When I can use free items, that's what I choose to do. But I chose to get Canva Pro because of the ability to download with a transparent background and for the background removal tool that I've showcased throughout this video. But I do create small videos within Canva completely. And let me know if you want me to share the intro video again, because I think it was amazing. But I understand if you don't want to see it one more time. But I can create full videos in Canva. I just choose to use both Canva and Shotcut together when I'm doing a Canva tutorial, unless it's something that's really, really short. I am so glad that you don't hear cars. Is it bad that, oh, share it, share it, share it? I'm like, what did I forget? Okay, intro scene. Here you go. Wait, can I share it? Oh, yeah, I can. I'll actually, you know what? I'm going to share with you that file. Let me click. Let me shoot this back over on my other screen. And we're going to, here we go. I'm going to hide this for now. All right, let's see, where is it? I can't remember which one it was. I was doing a whole bunch of stuff this morning. I don't think it's this one. It might be. It's not. You know what? I may have gotten rid of it. I may have gotten rid of it accidentally. Let's see if I did. Let's see if there's a version history. It doesn't go back far enough. Oh, wait. You know what? Let's try. No. This is when I was trying to do something just in case. With Canva Pro, you also have a chance to do version histories. Oh, this is it. I just changed the front of it so I could download something. All right. So basically what it was is I think I had live stream here or whatever I had the front. And it's 2.8 seconds. And then this one, quick question for you. This one has a pop animation on both. And then this one was a 3-second page with the timing at 3.1. And this is a spread animation on enter. And this text animation is actually a new text animation. And then for this, I have a transition called stack. And I change the duration to 1.2 seconds, slide to the right. And it's just a video clip. Like, I don't remember exactly which one it was. Let's go down. I actually don't see it. Oh, there it is. So it was originally 9 seconds. 2 funny dogs play. I should probably add this to a folder. Let's used in video. Okay. And then I shrunk it down to 4 seconds, added a dissolve transition for the kitten. The kitten one, I'm going to have to go soon. My voice is playing out on me. But stack. And then this was a timer video. And then I did another dissolve transition into let's get started. And the music is from Creator Mix. And I will definitely have a link to Creator Mix in the description. But yeah, that's how I created it. It's 28.2 seconds, and it's just what I use to start. I uploaded the audio by going to uploads file, and then I uploaded the audio. And this one is called Get Back, and it's a creator mix song, which is available free. It's a copyright free tutorial. And yeah. All right, I see that I've missed some things here. Let me go back to this. My Indian name pronunciation is different, but it's fine. I'm so sorry. I'm just I have a really hard time with pronunciation, especially if it's not in English, but Scion, that's probably not right either, but I'm still so very glad you're here. Thank you for joining. And then Living Creekside, it is always a pleasure to see you. Thank you for hanging out with me this entire time. She's a great teacher, mistakes and all. Yep, I am a flawed individual. I am brand new to live streaming, and my brain sometimes gets a little mixed up. I've got some health conditions that cause that, but I try to get back on track for you guys. But let's take a look at this. She also says, I can't wait to use some glow shadows. I never even knew they were there. I've talked about them. Glow shadow is one of my favorite things to teach, that and grids. So you might need to review some old ones, but hopefully you really understood with today's live stream how effective they can be for helping things stand out, especially if you combine it with the Canva Pro background removal tool. And then thank you so much for this. I really, really appreciate it. Forever Mish 26 has been one of my YouTube buddies since probably. She actually, you know what? She knew me before this channel started. Like I've been friends with her since before this video, before this channel was. Let's see here. And just a reminder for everybody, if you were wanting to know what size to use for your YouTube thumbnails, 1280 by 720 pixels is the right size. And now let me look at, I'm trying to find, trying to see the new things. My buddy, and I'm probably gonna, Shristi. My Southern accent just won't, I don't think I'm saying it right at all, but Shristi, thank you so much for joining. You can catch a replay. We talked about a lot of fun things, including a few different ways that you may not know that you can use the Canva Pro background removal tool that can help you in a lot of different ways, especially for your thumbnails, and also about how to download things with a transparent background a couple different ways. And there were some mishaps along the way, but Living Creekside got me straightened out and said, oh, you're not showing your screen, and got that fixed. The best part of the intro is that everything was in sync. So what was displayed there. Yeah, it didn't actually take me too long to create it. And I'm going to use a variation of it each live stream, I think. So this time I'm like, did you like cats and dogs? Maybe next time I'll go, do you prefer coffee or tea? And I'll just ask a question, and I think it will just be a fun way. And also, I think it might be a good transition if I'm trying to find something on my computer and I just need to bring something up real quick so that I'm not just hunting and pecking for something. All right. And let's just show this. I featured this creator earlier. Go check her out. And also, if you need to try Canva Pro, you can get a free trial for 30 days. And I will leave a link in the description. It's also in the chat. Let's see what else we've got. Yep. Oh, the download button where they have that you can just click it and it'll pick the page for you so you don't have to scroll down. Yes, that was an amazing new feature that Canva has. I love it that I can just click current page and it will go to the page that I'm working on. I'm glad that you don't hear the cars. That was really a big concern for me. And I know that I've got, so right down the road, probably about a mile and a half is our, what we locals call the dump. And so it's where people take trash and stuff. And so a lot of times trash will go by. And it's my huge concern that if I do a live stream on a Saturday or Sunday, that will be really distracting, but it's really good to know that you guys can't hear that. So that's fantastic. So maybe that means that I'll be able to do a live stream on a Saturday or a Sunday instead of during the weekday where more people could tune in. Let's see here. Music. So Creator Mix is just amazing. Let me see if I can show you Creator Mix real quick. Tell you what, why don't I show you the intro scene? We'll do the Creator Mix, and then I see that I've been going for almost an hour and a half. It's been an hour and 22 minutes. I absolutely love this, but I can't. It's really hard for me to talk this long or I start to lose my voice. But I do want to show you Creator Mix. So we'll show that in just a second. If you have time, could you show how to add music to videos in Canva without being copyrighted? Okay. So I'm not going to be able to address that whole thing in this video. However, give me a second because I've got a video that you need to see. Hold on. Oh, did I pause it? I'm trying to find it real quick before I pull it up. Okay. So I've got this video that I just published in the comments, in the live chat, I think, but it's called New Copyright Free Music for YouTube by Creator Mix, and it's a step-by-step instructional. This was actually right after they created this program, and this is just a website, right? and it's by Nick and Dee Nimmin. And here is the amazing thing. This absolutely made my day. And I pinned this comment because Nick Nimmin, if you guys don't know who Nick is, you're missing out. Nick Nimmin does a live stream almost every single Saturday morning at 9 a.m. On Eastern Daylight Time. And he is just an all-star YouTube educator. But I shared this video on a tutorial on how to use Creator Mix, including how to upload it into Canva. And he commented on the video. Thank you so much for sharing. This tutorial is amazing. And then his brother, who worked with him on it, Dee, also commented on it. I mean, it's like a dream. So I was very much amazed that they took the time to watch the video and to comment on it. So I highly recommend that. All right, let's see here. So hopefully that video will help you. But if you put it in the comments, if you put this question in the comments, it maybe it'll feature next time, because that's a good idea. Okay, well, I think that we are ramping down. I really, really do appreciate everybody being here today. And I'm not going to apologize for the mistakes I made, because mistakes happen, and especially when you're new. And that is my feedback for you. Open up your Canva, try different things, and make mistakes, because mistakes is how you learn, right? Like, I wasn't going to learn how to live stream by watching a bunch of videos on how to live stream. Now, did I watch videos on the technical aspects? You betcha. That wasn't even Southern there. you betcha. But what did I have to do? I had to actually press go live. I had to play around with the software to figure it out. And yes, I've made mistakes. Mistakes are human. That's a normal part of life, especially when you have chronic conditions that cause your brain to go a little haywire at times. But I absolutely love this, and we are going to do it again. I'm not sure when, but make sure that you're subscribed, turn on your notification bells, and check my community tab often, because I will put when I'm going to do it. You know, like, I will set it up as a public live stream early and give you I'm going to try to give you at least 12 hours notice, but it might just be a last minute thing. I'm live. But if you turn on your notification bell, then hopefully you'll get the notification that I'm live. All right. Well, I'll see you next time. Bye. Now, if I could figure out how to get out of here, that would be fantastic.